want to walk around Mega, whatever's feels more comfortable for you.
It's gonna pace.
Awesome, and we're gonna get people start spawning inside the middle as well too. So if you guys can hear me, please make your way up here. We will be starting here very soon. If you need to go grab some water, go grab some tea, go ahead and do that. But make sure you place your avatar on one of the purple pads. I would appreciate it. Mega, do you need to share screen or anything, or are you good?
See, I didn't answer your question. It was all I needed. But yes, you can stream Twitter Spaces on to Twitch as well. We did that before. And it was saying, yeah, we can just sell all the different limits. Where can we stream all at the same time? My point was that I think we stream anywhere as long as everyone's in one central point.
Who's that? Is that UCC?
Oh, yeah.
we had me in Twitter Spaces in space. What a Twitter Space call it. Love
it. True, Jen. Sorry, guys.
No worries. If you guys can hear me, please grab a seat on one of these purple stools. Go ahead and stand up on it. I would appreciate it. We want to respect Mega Retro, so make sure you guys have your mics muted. We should have a good session, and hopefully IMO meetings can join us here today. If you are here, go ahead and record. Take as many screenshots as you want. Definitely tag Potent Potions. You can see their banner is up there on the right-hand side. Mega, how are you, man?
What was that?
I said, how you doing?
Doing good. Did you want me to start?
Yeah. We're gonna start here in just 2 minutes. Just wanted to see how you're doing, how your weekend was.
Doing good. Just listening to Bob Marley.
Oh, that's good. That's a good way to start your day. And Mega, before we start and kind of go into Potent Potions, a lot of people I think like Tokyo and some people here that have never heard about Mega Retro or the Potent Potions. Can you give us a little bit more background about yourself as an artist, and then start going into the project, please?
Yeah, sure. So, hello everyone. Thank you so much for having me here. I appreciate you, Owls, for putting this on, man. It's always a great job when you're doing it. So a little bit about myself. I do stay pretty anonymous when it comes to Web3 stuff. But a little bit about my background is I've been in animation and illustration, graphic design for over 20 years now. It feels weird saying that. I feel old. But I've been doing it for quite a long time. A lot of like business to business, freelance type of work. And when 2020 came around, it really kind of just ruined that whole thing, as it did with many other people. And my clientele went from probably close to 50 to 100 people down to almost zero, just because of everyone having such a hard time adjusting to everything going on. So I kind of had to like rethink what I wanted to do with myself in my path. And so as that year kept on going on, I eventually started to hear more about crypto and about, I knew about crypto for a while, but a little more about just the implications of it in artwork, and how people were using it to potentially connect it to artwork. And I was like, okay, that sounds weird. And like, what does that even mean, or what does that do? And that's when, NFTs started to come into the mix as far as my radar. and understanding what they do and the importance of them. And in 2021, the beginning of that year, I started to really dive into it more. And then by the summertime, I was like, you know what, I could actually probably do this myself. I didn't know anything about smart contracts. I didn't know that you needed to do that. I thought maybe just went on a platform and just uploaded a whole series, but it definitely wasn't like that. And so I released a series. It was called Incredible Critters. It's no longer able to be found unless you can somehow surf the actual blockchain and find it somehow. But basically, it was like a 8,000 piece collection or something like that of these little critters, and none of them sold. And I had no following. I had no social media presence. No advertising, whatever it might be. And so I was like, okay, I definitely did this wrong somehow. So I stepped back, and then I was like, I'm just going to start building community. And so that's when I started to do live streams and stuff like that on at least hopping into Twitter Spaces. Once I started to host mine, that was already like a month or so into, actually 2 months into me already working on my project and getting out about 1,000 pieces. It started a project called Potent Potions, and that project is still going on now. For series 1 for that, I was like, I keep on hearing about these rug pulls. I keep hearing about people sharing about all these downsides about NFTs and how, oh, hello there, and how they can potentially, just shed a bad light on any kind of artwork or artists and their projects and whatnot, or even a brand. And so I was like, how can I go about building trust in my community and build a community? And so I just started posting like crazy on TikTok and whatnot, and just letting people know, hey, I'm giving away all of these for free. And I was going to give away 5,000 pieces, and I was manually minting every single one of them on OpenSea because I didn't know how to do smart contracts. And so when that time came, it was good for a while. But then once I got to 1,000 pieces, it got a lot slower to manually upload that many onto OpenSea. So I was like, you know what? I'll just cut it off at 1,000 pieces, and they'll just be worth more, because there's less of them. So those who have those were in it. And then Series 2 I released back in January. And so the whole point of me sharing that was just to kind of share a little bit about my backstory as far as what kind of got me into it. And giving them away did build a community. I feel like I definitely could have handled things a little differently when it came to giving stuff away, because you can get a lot of people show up. They'll grab the free thing and then they'll just ditch right after. So there's different strategies I would like to use now, knowing that going into this next season for what I'm doing. It's a long-winded answer there for you.
Yeah, well, that's good. I mean, I think it's good to know a little bit more about the project and about yourself. Now, for you, to kind of get more into your project, I know you're one of the sponsors, but like, what is one of the things that you want to tell new people that haven't heard about your project? Like, what are the things that make your project unique and different compared to others?
Yeah, well, our mission statement, I'll kind of paraphrase it here for you, but our mission statement is to basically invoke just feelings of nostalgia and joy and excitement and feeling of true community within this project. That's what we want people to feel when they're a part of it. It's not always the most entertaining things for those who are looking to just kind of flip and leave, or trying to get an NFT just for the sake of money. But for those who are a part of our community, I can really say that, I know them pretty well, and we were able to talk through hard times that they've went through, or just hang out, whatever it might be, and just being able to really communicate and have a good time with people in their process, their day-to-day journey into the Web3 world. That's what I love doing. I love being able to help people however I can. So for my project, I really want to focus more on what it brings in as far as a feeling, not so much that just buy it and you have artwork. Although buying and having artwork is cool, but I really want to focus on what do you get from it as far as more of the emotional.
Okay, that's a great answer with that. Now, with you growing as an artist in the space, you've actually learned a lot, and you started on Solana, now Polygon, and then now you're also learning to do smart contracts. Can you tell me a little bit about like your learning curve in the Web3 space?
Yeah, definitely took a bit of time for me to navigate stuff. And I'm just that type of person where it's like, oh, it's you want to charge me $5,000 to $10,000 just to make a smart contract, and then plus 20% of whatever sales I make. I'll just learn it myself. So what about just trying to learn these different things myself? Obviously, it takes a lot longer. But now that I know it, it's a lot easier for me to read those contracts and then understand at least somewhat what's involved with them. And that even gives me a bit of a foot up on the skill of being able to read other contracts from other projects, and see if there's anything in there that might be standing out that's not so pure of heart, if you want to say it that way. But basically, just being able to give yourself a little bit of an edge as a seller and a buyer in projects. So when it came to my journey from Solana, like it's not that I don't like Solana. Actually, there's a lot of reasons why I would definitely like to go to Solana back in the past, but they just were having some issues with just growing pains and stuff like that. They shut down a couple different times, and that was a big concern of mine. And so that was just on the back of my mind. And then once I started doing those Twitter spaces and kind of hopping in and then also hosting my own, I've noticed a lot of the people that I would interact with, build friendships with, like Owls, um, they were all in Polygon. I was like, okay, so it just wouldn't make sense for me to build my entire project on Solana if most of the buyers and sellers that I'm friends with and networking with are in Polygon. And it's not that I couldn't succeed the other way, but I was just thought it'd be a lot easier of a move into that process. And so that's why I decided to go with Polygon. And there just seemed, especially because I wasn't a developer, and I don't really consider myself a developer, but um, it definitely helped to have that community around me. So if I ever have any issues with the smart contract, I could just, ask somebody in that community, because there's different code you would use for Polygon compared to Solana. So that's what kind of got me into this place I'm in now, where um, I'm able to do it on my own, but still learning.
So Mega, tell me more about like potent potions. Like, tell me about the characters. Tell me about the potions. How many different potions? And if someone buys an NFT today, what should they be expecting?
Yeah, that's a great question. So just to give a little bit of background to the story of Potent Potions, it is set pretty much almost like a medieval type of feel in a fantasy type of world. And so if you think about Lord of the Rings, right, that type of setting for the Shire, very much old school, not a lot of high technology and stuff like that. And so it is a fantasy world. So it starts off with Mac, who is a teen elf, and he is trying to just go through life. He's a daydreamer, somebody who wants to really just be the hero of the story. And so he finds himself daydreaming a lot. And one of these days while he's in school, um, Herb, who is a wise old frog, comes to him and basically interrupts his life and says, "Hey, I need you to join me." And so it kind of starts off with that journey of Mac and Herb going off, and Herb trying to explain to him what exactly is happening, because I don't want to give away too much, but basically there was an evil professor 100 years before who was banished into another dimension because of his experiments and whatnot were being very dangerous for the whole world of potent potions. And so um, what had happened was they all basically warred against him, used his own potions to send him away into another dimension. And so he's trapped there. But now 100 years later, nobody really remembers who he was, what happened. And a lot of the stories kind of went under the radar and nobody really recognizes it anymore. So it kind of jumps into this place of Mac is now being taught about this old school stuff that happened. And now they're going around trying to collect all the potions that were left over to make sure that he doesn't get a hold of them, because now he's coming back. even more angry. And he somehow was able to build an army of little minions from the alternate dimension. So that's a bit of the story, the setup for the World of Potent Potions. When it comes, oh, thank you. When it comes to what is available, you basically can become a helper, a potion hero in this story by collecting the potions, which are NFTs. So those can be found on potentpotionsworld.com or megaretro.art. Those are two different sites, but basically lead to the same thing. One is better for onboarding, which is potentpotionsworld.com. If somebody might not know too much about NFTs or just want to get kind of a little snippet about what's going on. So that will lead you to the mint page. You'll be able to use pretty much any kind of wallet that you have to sign in, to be able to purchase and to get your NFT of the Potent Potions Series 2 potion. Once you do that, you are a potion hero. You can get up to 4 per wallet. But the reason why we put that limit is so that there was a lot of bots and whales that were basically buying out projects and basically making them obsolete. So, because that means that nobody can get a hold of them. And then they would try to sell them for just like super cheap price or something like that, just to try to get like an extra buck. So I wanted to put that limit on it. You can get more than 4, but you'll have to use multiple wallets to do so. They sell for 20 Matic each on the Polygon network, and you can go to mint.potentpotions.com, I believe, yeah. And once you get a hold of that, that alone is awesome support and appreciative. There's utilities like in a community, there are separate channels for those who are holders, where you can have private conversation in there. Holders get different perks like extra entries into giveaways. And then one of the main things we're working on is comic books. So for the comic book, we have script number 1 done. I started a full-time job because I needed to get some more capital. So because of that, it kind of slowed down that process a little bit, but we're still working on the comic book and hoping that we don't have to change the roadmap at all. But once you get the potion, you will get access to reading it online. Eventually, there will be a time where we actually have printed versions of that, but they will be super limited. And yeah, I'm really excited about this, honestly. Just this whole world that I was building from these potions. So I don't know if that answers your question.
Yeah, that was it. Now, how many different potions do you have? And like, what do they do as for your character, or how is that tied into your project?
Yeah, so let me megaretro.art is where you can go to. In the menu in the top right, you can actually hover over where it says about, and then there's series 1 and series 2. I'll click on series 2 potions. And in there, it shows each different potion that you can obtain through buying into the project. So a couple of different ones is like this one's themed fire and water. So, I mean, I might not always do it like this, but basically these are like half of them are themed with fire types of themes, and half are themed with water / ice type of things. So it's fire and ice, and so basically there's different ones. Like for instance, there's an overlook potion, which allows you to look over and have like a higher perspective of things. Gives you like a magical type of perspective. There is actually no, you know what? We have a potion book in the Discord. Potion book. I forgot that Prizem actually put that together for me. Thank you, Prizem. Appreciate you. Yeah. Actually, why don't I go ahead and mention my team real quick? I have 3 staff members that have joined me in my journey. There's Prizem, who's right here. Amazing dude. He helps me with story and lore and whatnot. And when it comes to the script, keeping that consistent and coming up with some cool ideas. We got VDK over there to my straight ahead of me over there. What's up, VDK? Thank you so much. She is pretty much a lot of different things, but mainly editorial type of stuff, making sure that she does a newsletter for us. We have a weekly / bi-weekly, just depends on the process. And then we have Jenny, who is the campaign manager. We got a hot mic. We got Jenny, who's not here right now. She's in a different time zone, so she might actually be sleeping. She is our social media and campaign manager who helps just get tweets out and keeps things going with that. So I'm really excited just about this team, but a little bit about the potions. We have Aurora Potion, which is, let's see here, creates lights in the sky for fun. We got Bomb Potion, make anything an explosive. There is Darkness Potion, certain sky tonight. And there's a bunch of different like things like that. The thing is I like adding not just those perks to it, but also kind of like a caveat, like what's the consequence of using it. So within the story, hopefully we'll be able to explain that well and dive into some of these different potions that are in this list. So
Thank you, Mega Retro. I appreciate you. And if you guys don't know, he actually, if you click on his image right here in front of you, it's going to take you to his actual website page. And he actually has by far one of the best minting sites in the entire Polygon space. So I encourage you guys to even just check out and see what that mint page even looks like, because it's well branded and it's very unique to what you usually see with other brands as well too. So it's very awesome to have you here. Now, Mega Man, how can more people find more information about you or get to follow you?
Yeah, of course. So over here to my left, your right, down that ramp is going to be, you don't have to go there right now, but down there is stuff about my project. You'll see potent potions and some potions that are for sale. Those ones are available on OpenSea if you just want to go to OpenSea and grab them or make an offer. And then you can just go to the website and still mint freshly if you want to grab one and have like a little mystery to it, to not knowing which one you're getting until you mint. The website you can go for that is Mega Retro, my name, megaretro.art. And on that website, there'll be literally a huge mint button on the very, very start of it. And then all throughout it, you can find ways to connect to the community, to our Discord, and then also other places to click that button to mint. I'm also very active on Twitter. So I'm Mega Retro NFT on Twitter. And myself and Creative Owls, we actually do our own podcast twice a week, Mondays and Fridays at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to teach and help the community. So
thank you, Mega. I appreciate you being here today and being one of the sponsors. I know we have a couple questions here today. So if you have a question, please feel free to unmute yourself and ask Mega what if you have any questions about potent potions.
don't all ask at once.
What inspired you to start creating your own world, Mega? Like, what was
Is that Dave?
Yeah, that's me. I mean, I've always read like fantasy books and fictions, Mega, but that wasn't why I wanted to create a world. I'm interested why you wanted to make your own world. What was the inspiration and thought process behind the desire to do it?
Yeah, so a little bit about myself is I actually used to live very close to a lot of different animation studios. And one of my biggest dreams was to be able to like have my own cartoon with them. And then one day I was like, you know what? Like I just heard a lot of different horror stories of people that would just have to basically, for a lack of words, is basically tear apart their own story, just based on what the network would want. And so I just really wanted my own story for myself. No need to change anything or edit anything out, just as it is, no agendas, no politics, just have a good, fun story of these characters doing their thing in their journey. And so once NFTs came around, I was like, you know what, actually, I could actually use this as a tool to tell my story about this world. And so that's what kind of really sparked that desire in me to want to tell it through comic books. And the reason why comic books is they're a lot quicker to develop and produce than animation, which is another thing I would like to do, but it's just going to take a lot longer to do that. So I need to make sure that I don't bite more than I can chew, if that makes sense. Hopefully that made sense, Dave.
It made loads. Thank you very much.
I like your clothes, by the way.
Yes, it's a bit.
I have a question.
Hello, Jay.
Is it going to be a physical comic book? Are you actually are you going to self-publish it and everything?
Good question. Yeah, so for anybody who has a Series 2 potion, it'll give you access to rate it. So it'll most likely be a PDF version that you will get access to through probably the website. You'll just use your wallet to basically sign in and show that you obtain the NFT. As far as the physical version, I would like to do that, but I'm going to start off pretty conservative with my approach with that. So what I'll do is I'll release a separate series just for the sake of purchasing it, and that'll probably be a higher premium type of a project to pay for all of the work and the process of going into printing it. And what I would like to do is not just have it as one comic book that's printed, but actually like a graphic novel. So like 2 to 3 different comics, or maybe even 4 comics in one, just to make it, much more fun, much more of an experience. And then also I would basically have it to where I can sign each one of them if I want to, or maybe sign a handful, and then basically randomly you might get a signed version. So that I still want to play that one out a little more. But those who are obtaining the Series 2 potion that you can get on my website, my mint page, megaretro.art or potentpotionsworld.com, you'll gain access to reading the comic book, still stay in the story and understanding what's going on, but the physical version will be a separate event.
Oh, that's cool. Thanks for that info. Exciting.
Thank you very much. Any other questions? Going once? Going twice?
How much are they? 24 Matic, you said?
The 20 Matic. A few months ago, actually not even a few months ago, maybe like 4 months ago, 20 Matic was what, like $40? Now that's like less than $20. So right now would be a great time to grab a bunch if you want to. Just once again, it is your choice if you want to spend your money on it. But if you're looking to grab something while the bear market is around and prices are down, now's the time to grab anything. Any one of these projects that are in here, now's the time to do that. So yeah.
I've been meaning to do it for a while, Mega. I've just minted one.
When?
There
Just
we
now?
go.
Literally just now, like as you were talking right there.
What?
Awesome.
Thank you so much,
That is
man.
awesome to hear, guys.
And for those
Let's give a
wondering,
round of applause for Dave.
Thank you so much, Dave. Prizem over here actually put together a mint
Where's
bot
that
that
cool
multiple different projects are actually using in their Discord. Do you want to actually talk with Prizem Art? He's right in front of me right here. He's part of my crew, my staff. But he does his own projects, and he gave us access to his mint bot that basically lets your Discord know when a new mint comes in or one is resold. And then it also shows the name. It gives you the link. It's do you have the traits on there too right now or no? I'm not sure if he has traits on there. Yep, he does have traits. So it shows the traits of the different NFTs on there too, as well as the number it is, the actual name it is in the project. So it's really cool. You can actually keep track of that in our Discord, and you can join that Discord of ours in our community in potentpotionsworld.com or megaretro.art, one of those two. And over there to my left, like I said, there's a display on that floor down there of our stuff that you can click on and go to that. So I think that's everything I had to say, unless you have any other questions.
Yeah, I got some more questions for you, Mega.
Yeah.
Like, where do you see? Like, I know you're building and you're growing your team. Are you thinking about growing your team even larger next year?
Yeah, my desire, honestly, is to grow the team by at least 2 more people by the end of this year. Those positions will be, I think, as we continue to grow, we're finding out the different things that need more attention, right? So one of those things will probably be a content creator, so somebody who's creating the content to post that would help Jenny out as well. And then somebody to potentially work with VDK that would help her in her process with a bunch of the tasks she does. Right now, we're actually in this really fun era. VDK has helped us open up a door to basically give away a lot of our potions for free. So if you're looking to get a potent potion for free, we do giveaways on our Discord weekly. So there's that. Choose your luck. Or we're actually joining up with different communities like Beluga Bay, Project Pigeons, and even Taco Tribe. And so there's different things we're doing to try to incorporate into other communities that have been consistent, been around for a while, and who have a lot to offer the community as well, and basically give them assets of ours to be able to give away and for us to kind of sponsor what's going on there. So if you're looking to do that, definitely join our community. VDK has been posting stuff in the Discord events to keep an eye out on what's going on there.
Yeah, Mega, if I can just add to that for a sec.
Come up here. Come up here. Prizem and VDK, come up here.
There we go. Hi,
Prizem,
everyone.
me too. There we go. Look at these two.
If anybody wants to win a NFT while here at the showcase, please at some point go visit the Potent Potion booth to our left, your right. Take a selfie and post it on Twitter and tag Potent Potions, and we'll be collecting all the names that do that, and we'll be giving out an NFT to the winner.
I love it. Thank you so much, BDK. Can we actually also can we get a hand if you want me to give one away right now? Does anybody want one right now? You get a car. You get no. We're not gonna do the Oprah. All right, let's see here. Owls, any fun thing you want to do to do it? Can we do actually? Owls, can you pick two people that do not have a Series 2 potion? If you don't have a Series 2 potion, maybe raise your hand, press number 1 on your keyboard, and Owls, can you
How about
pick two
this?
people?
How about this? How about this? If you want Potent Potions NFT, go ahead and hop on the stage. Whoever is in the photo is going to get an NFT. So if you want one, go hop on the stage right now, just so we exactly know who wants it and who doesn't want it. So all you have to do is just go ahead and hop on the stage right now, and I think that, and then from there, that's going to allow me to take a better take a better view of everything. All right, so I'm going to take a photo, so then I have everybody's photo and their name. So just spread apart just a little bit for me, guys. There you go. So this is everybody that wants a Potent Potion. So we're going to take a photo.
Okay, cool.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Okay.
Right,
whoever doesn't
if you
own
see
one.
me floating around, I'm filming it. If I get around you people and I look kind of weird, I'm filming the event. So just letting you know, the guy with the camera.
Okay.
Okay, cool, yeah. And then
Had to
let's
get
take
on
a group photo,
stage,
guys. I think this is a good time to take another group photo if you guys don't mind. I think this is a good time now that we have everybody here. Who knows how to take group photos? That would be my guy Prizem. All right, guys, we're going to take a photo in 10. Hop in here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh man, that's awesome.
What a smile in
Actually,
her
great
life.
way to take a photo. Yeah, you guys are great. And great job on Potions. Really appreciate you for what you've done and put this together. And also BDK and Mega, what you guys have done. Awesome to see your hard work.
Sorry.
Oh. So guys, we have, what time is it? It is 1:30. We are literally 30 minutes away from doing our next panel session, which is going to be around building an NFT community. Dave, Trog, Crypto Mammal. So the next session is even going to be even bigger. We have a lot of headlines. We are going to be bringing Mega Retro back to talk about how building a community, what are the challenges here in 30 minutes. So if you guys want to confirmate, I'm going to turn on spatial audio on. I encourage you guys to go check out the keys if you guys haven't already. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to CC, myself, or VK. Again, I will be turning on the settings for spatial audio on.